Yes. Okay, so you'll see I'll turn the machine on, so it'll give you a couple of color flashing lights. So that's obviously running cell diagnostics to check if everything is inserted properly. If there's something wrong, you'll see it'll either flick the machine, but obviously if you bypass the machine, then you void all the warranties and coverings that it has with the machine. But what's nice with that is every time you bypass it, the minute you switch it off or you pause it, it will automatically go back to its stop activation mode. Okay. So I actually wish to use my finger, but obviously I can't. Okay, so because they'll fire me. They'll fire me. Okay, so I'll use the Vienna as an imitation of my finger. Okay, so you'll see I've got a board here. So I don't know if any of you would like to have a video, but I would like you to have this side. So just something in mind to keep before I make the cut. Make sure you don't blink, because once you blink, you miss it. Okay, so it takes a human being about 34 milliseconds to blink. This stops in about 4 milliseconds. Okay, so you'll see I'll set up my blade to the right height. So that's about that. Put my fence close enough. Okay, so now we're going to have a vote, because people tend to think that I do tricks with them. So do you want me to push the board slowly, or you want me to push it fast? You want me to push the board as fast as I can, or must I push it slow so you can pick up what's going on? Sorry? Okay, let's vote. Fast? Okay, there's only one fast. Slow? Okay, so you can come this side with your camera. If you're cutting a... Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so obviously I've checked my machine. Everything is set correctly. My green light is on. I'll start the machine. Raise the blade up slowly. So yeah, some of you can come close. Oh, let's turn the machine so everyone can see. Okay, is that clear enough? Right, so I'll start the machine. You can come with your camera, put it next to the table, and then you guys this side can come closer and have a look. And I'm gonna ask you a favor. I know it's impossible to do. Please don't skrik. Okay, so don't be shaken. It's got a loud bang to it. Even I can't get used to it till this day. Okay, so I'll start the machine. Okay, running. So just come up this way a bit. Okay, so as you can see, it's cutting. Okay, so let's try and have a look at the effect that it made from the cut. As if you can even see it. Okay, so that. So imagine that was your finger. Okay, yeah. So that's about. Okay, so from medical bolts to everything else that's related to this, the only thing you need to replace is your blade and your cartridge. And you're good to go again. Not even a nig. So remember, like I said, you don't need to actually touch the blade itself. You just need enough to interrupt that voltage that runs on the blade, and then it will activate the saw. They didn't even touch the skin. Okay, so the worst mistake most people do is they buy this saw after they've cut their fingers. It's still in two pieces. There's nothing on there. That blade is buggered up now. Okay, so now what problem we usually have is people will try and get the blade out. So you'll see your spanners and everything is here. So if you open the machine, you'll see. So what actually happened in that motion is the motor disengaged to the electrical component of it. So for you to remove the blade, you need to swing it all the way down and then back up. So you'll see when I swing it down, it will have a click. So it means it's pushing back to its operating mode, and then it will come back again. And then you can get your blade up. And then okay, so we'll take the blade out now. But this is the one part I don't like in this process, is taking the blade out. Okay, so one side is to hold that piece, and the other side is to open that other part. Okay, Okay, so that's the one. Get your flange out, and then you obviously need to get your key out, and now shaky, shaky, and wiggle, wiggle. Okay, one spatula. Fucking hell. That's a very, very, very. Okay, I'll get that just now. Come on. Yeah. So, like I said, this is the part I don't like about this process. Yeah, that's why I keep losing. It's okay. So you'll see. I'll show you now. As soon as I can get it out, I'll show you what happened. Yeah, it is. Ah, let's see. Yeah, it's attached to. Let's see if it's moving. It looks like it's moving. You know, always the hardest part to get this thing out. Yeah, I've I've done this a couple of times to know what I'm getting myself into. Ah, there we go. Fuck, you know. Okay, so that's what happened. So reason why it's so difficult to get out. So also it actually bent that aluminium piece. So that actually was grabbing onto it. That's the thing. So that thing still unused would look something like that. Okay, so it's got actually a compression spring. That's what's pushing that thing to catch the blade.